State of my hair. Change that. Change that. Go like that. Oh dear. Oh God, bloody hell. Ugh. Move that to there. Oh, gosh. Flick, flick. Bugger it, that'll do. Oh no, they're the wrong glasses. Definitely the wrong glasses. Let me put these one on. Oh no, they're even worse. Good evening, all, he says. Good evening, all. There's only one person there, so you're saying good evening to yourself. What should I do with those? Put them over there and I won't forget them. Oh, Ian McCagan. Good evening, my friend. Long time no see. Oh. I sat here just now. I've just uploaded the videos from today, thinking to myself, do you know what? I don't want to do a live tonight. Hello, Synth. Good evening, Michael. Good evening, my friend. I've got to be honest, after today's walk, I'm knackered. Andrew said I had a lovely 9-mile walk around Hannington near Basingstoke yesterday in the sunshine. Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah, Ian's knackered too. Oh, we'll go on to the walk in a little while, Ian. It's oh my God. Oh. Good evening, Tracy. Yes, there'll be more details coming out about the walk a little bit later. When we get a few more people in on the chat, I definitely need a bath. I know that. God, I'm still aching. Look, we've got 8 people and there's no thumbs up. Can we have a parity? Oh, 1 thumbs up. Good evening, Steve. Hello, mate. Ain't seen you for a long time. Ian said, I thought it was going to be a short one. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have a sip of this. I'm sure I'll become accustomed to it. Oh, my word. What a lovely day it's been. Well, the last 2 or 3 days. And the rumour is it's supposed to be lasting for the rest of this coming week. But hasn't it made a difference? So many people, you go out and they're smiling. Good evening, Dean. Good of you to join. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Fiona. It's, you know, people are smiling instead of walking around with a long face because it's the clouds are over and there's no, you know, we have weeks and weeks of horrible weather and it's just been absolutely shocking. So yeah, it's great to see some sunshine. It's still a bit chilly in if you're out of the sun. The horses had a long face. The horses. Good evening, Lynn. Lynn's saying, hello, everyone. What a beautiful day, week we've all had. Absolutely right, Lynn. You are absolutely right. But it's just lovely. Lovely. So I'll wait for a little bit longer. We're nearly 4 minutes into this live already. The horses had a long face. Did we actually see any horses today? Don't think so, did we? Did I miss those? Dean is saying the weather is getting better. We'll be joining you this year when we can get. Brilliant. I look forward to that, Dean. We haven't seen. Oh, thanks, Steve. We haven't seen you and Fiona on a walk at all since we started these. And Fiona was one of the ones that suggested, there was 2 people back in the day before the walk started. Fiona was one of the ones that said, Kevin, you ought to do group walks. And the other one was Jay. Jay's been on 2 or 3 walks. But yeah, so Fiona was one. So she is to blame, or one of the ones to blame. Lynn saying hello to everybody. And that's quite right too. Lynn, have you been painting or walking today, or both? And have you got your board made up yet for all your artistry? Perhaps it's been in my fridge too long. I don't know. Lynn says she's been walking. We went to the marina. It was so yeah. I bet it was. Did you see my yacht down there bobbing about in the marina? Good evening, Anna. I hope you are well. So what we got? We've got 13 watching now. This is great. Getting you. Dean said, we both have our boots ready, and Bradley is a big boy now. But Bradley still has to do the gates. That's part of the deal. Good evening, Clive. Lynn saying, yes, I've made a painting board and have yours and Cynthia's one safely. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Lynn. I know that was a bit cheeky of me to say that, but I was in my summer house yesterday, sitting there with the sun streaming through, and I'm looking round, I'm thinking, where can I put Lynn's painting? Clive for Waterfall. Evening, Kevin and everyone else. I've been out walking today too with the friends in the Holbury St Mary's area of the Surrey Hills. Actually got slightly sunburned. I hope you had sun cream on, because look at my face. I caught the sun as well. I think it's more wind burn than anything else, but yeah, absolutely. You saw loads of mountain bikers. We just saw loads and loads of people out walking. Apart from the bits where we were trying to row our way through the water, Bradley is good with gates. He always has been, Dean. Yeah, I know I am. Look. Oh, there was me joking today about Lynn's painted a double off for you. A double? Is that for me, Lynn? Yes, Ian. I was joking about not having a hat on or anything else, but I only had my woolly hat. And when I've had a woolly hat on a long time and my hair gets soaked, it's awful. So yeah, so I was saying I was joking about the cat getting the sun, but yeah, I definitely have. I have painted a second one for. Oh yes, sorry, yeah. Thank you, Lynn. You're very, very kind. Make sure I've got the better one. Right, what we've got 15 people watching. That's a good number. The walk today. Well, what can I say about the walk today? Cynthia, Steve, Ian, Jeremy, and myself went out to do a recce walk. Petersfield Heath for the second bank holiday in May. Steve and I are going to the Cotswolds because nobody else wants to go with us. So it's just Steve and I. Cynthia, Ian, and I think Jeremy are going to be leading the walk in Petersfield. It was supposedly about a 4-mile walk. No. It was 7+. And it was a lovely walk, I have to say. But we have to go back and redo the walk, some of the walk again to cut the walk down. There was no hills. It was a flat walk. In May, you would hope that the water and the mud would have receded and dried up, because Cynthia and I said today, we think that was the muddiest, wettest walk we've ever done. And that is no exaggeration. Good evening, Patrick. Thank you very much for joining. And I've got to be honest, with that amount of mud and water, it was a struggle for us to do the walk today. Um, and there would be those that wouldn't have been able to have done it at all. There was a little bit of road walk, about a quarter of a mile from the heath down to the nature reserve. And in May, the nature reserve would be lovely. Yeah, splish, splash, splosh, or even splish, splosh, splash. And Lynn, you with yourself, with Kai, honestly, you wouldn't have to worry. It is a very short piece of footpath walking, but after that, Kai would love it. There's the river. Well, today you would have been in his element. There's mud. There's water everywhere. There's rivers. Kai would have loved it. But honestly, you would be okay with Kai on a lead for a little while. So you'd be okay. I'm just sorry. I've got loads and loads of notifications coming through on Facebook, etc. And it just covers up the comments. So as I say, we have definitely got to go back to shorten this walk up. And we're going to try and do it so we can take in the nature reserve, but then cut out the bit, unfortunately, I think, to Sky Park Farm, and then take it back up to the heath. And so we're going to work out the mileage that way. But the full walk, no. That was a grueling walk today, as Ian, Steve, and Cynthia will confirm. And I mean, the amount of styles there must have been 15 plus styles of all different sizes, and some of them with, huge steps on them. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Let me try and catch up on some of these comments. Clive, the Surrey Hills area I walked around today was surprisingly dry and underfoot. Needn't bother with. Oh, okay. Andrew said they had a bit of mud yesterday and went through the path, but less optimal back on the site compared to Hannington transmitter. Okay. And there's lots of people saying hello to each other. Mr. Norris, I was hello, Mr. Norris. I'm sorry, you sneaked in there. Ian said it's less than 10 minutes from the car park to the nature reserve. Oh, yeah, easily less than 10 minutes, yeah. Cynthia's saying, Limby, we are going to try and shorten the road trip a bit, although it is very short anyway. There is proper pavements, absolutely, yeah. Dean said, sorry, folks, that's me. Sent Kevin a picture of Bradley. I've seen him on Facebook. He's about 6 foot tall now, isn't he? Lynn saying, you love the mud. Andrew said, hello, Steve. I think we can find a way. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, we definitely can find a way. Will you be going on the Green Sands Way? No, we didn't come across the Green Sands Way at all. We were on the Serpent's Trail. And I think that was the only track, I think. Lynn saying, thank you, Cynthia. You know how I am with him. He loves being off the lead to run. Lynn, there'll be loads where he could run free. So, yeah, he'll be fine. Yes, I sneaked in. I didn't know you were live tonight. Yeah, we see, we weren't going to announce it. And I'll tell you what, I said just a minute ago, I actually sat here before I went live and thought, I can't do it tonight. I can't do it. Because as you all know, I've not been well over the last, it was over 5 weeks. And I've done some shorter walks locally on Midders Common, a couple of miles. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, okay, thank you. I will do. Yeah. So today was after only doing those 2 short walks, and then deliberately Ian, I think, set us out on this walk deliberately today. Clive saying, for some reason, Kevin, your tour of Furness vlog from 3 years ago popped up on the YouTube earlier. Is the Red Lion pub still trading? Yes, it is. It is still trading. Went there a few years ago. Lovely pub. Well, I can't remember, Clive, in that video, did I mention that when I was at Fernhurst Primary School, I don't know the name of the pub owner then, or manager, or whatever he was, landlord. We used to go round the back of the pub to get sweets from the bar counter. And it was brilliant. It was just lovely. It's just a memory that, you know, I've got these memories, and the old school bells still up there. It's just brilliant. Love it. Ian saying, I have had a lovely bath too. The first thing I did when I got back here, Ian, I walked from the front door straight upstairs. My bathroom's there, hot water on, and I didn't put any cold in. I just wanted to have a soak, and it was lovely. Lynn saying, enjoyed your video, Andrew Murphy. We watched and liked yours this evening too, Kevin. Thank you, Lynn. The Hangleton one, very nice. Love the church. Yeah, absolutely. We don't need to know about yours. Yeah. Clive saying, yes, you did mention, Kevin. Bet you can't get sweets there now. No, you can't. And anybody that's old enough to remember, four blackjacks and 4 fruit salads for a penny, the old penny. Bubble gum, and then there was what were those chewy bars called? Obviously crisps and things like that. Yeah, brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I can remember. Actually, my earliest memory is the first day that my mum took me to Furness School, and there was a footpath at the side of there's still a footpath there now, but you used to go along this little track at the side, and then into the school. And I can remember when my mum turned around to leave me, I was crying my eyes out. That's my very earliest memory, which is strange. Ian saying, well done, Mr. Norris. Well, what's he done? I've just sent him a message. Who, me? We don't, yeah, but well done, Mr. Norris. Pigs, trotters, and Dells. Michael saying Texans. Have I missed out on something here? I ain't got a clue. Lynn saying, you choose. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So yeah, today's walk. Well, that was. I mean, to be honest, I'm knackered. I'm absolutely knackered. But I loved it. Don't get me wrong. It was a lovely, lovely walk. But yeah, exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. So again, Cynthia and I were talking on the way from home from Petersfield. You do these walks, but the amount of mud and water that we went through, that's tiring in itself. So yeah. But anyway, I've got a list here somewhere, and I need to tick things off. Petersfield walk, done that. And I mentioned the Cotswolds. As I say, it's just Steve and I. Because it was only going to be Steve and I did ask Paul and Kim if they had anybody up that way that would like to join us. And I think he's found 3 or 4 other people. I know at least 1, possibly 2 are other YouTubers. So that's going to be lovely to meet them. So yeah, so there's not going to be many of us, but it'll still be a nice trip. Last week's walk, unfortunately, there was only 7 of us, I think. What a lovely surprise. After we went to the church in Hangleton, we went up which was an old railway line, and at the end of that railway line, there was Lynn, Rich and Kai waiting there for us, which was lovely to see them. What a surprise that was. But it was a lovely walk. Jean led the walk, and we really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed the walk. Bromance. Hang on, bromance. 7 is still a good number. It is, Andrew. Absolutely. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Bradley is watching. Hi, Bradley. Don't forget it's school tomorrow. You should be in bed now. It's 8:20. Lynn saying, very scenic walk last Sunday. Jean knows the best places around it. She absolutely does. And who has ever heard of, was it called boot golf? Never heard of it before, but there was a lot of people playing it, that's for sure. Ian, you're not supposed to mention that. Steve and I going away. Even I didn't know that existed. That trail. No, foot golf. Thank you, Lynn. But that barn that's set up there with a cafe, and what surprised me, they've even got a licensed bar in there, which was cool. Ian, you would have loved this because he had 2 or 3 tractors in there. Oh, Andrew Norris, how very dare you? We have been there. It's lovely, and the barn, absolutely, and the tea. Cynthia and I had a cup of tea, and it was really, really nice and refreshing. In fact, when we got to Sky Park Farm today, we had tea again. English breakfast tea. Absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely. But a nice walk. It was a nice walk. Michael, you retracted a message. What did you say? What did you say? Was it in relation to the Texans? Ian says, I'm an Extractor fan. Yeah, actually, Steve, I agree with Andrew about that. What point is foot golf? No, not a lot. Did I see a place where you stopped today where you can get tea on your walk? Lynn, it was a Sky Park Farm, just off the A272. It's a deer park. We wanted to enjoy. Is that Mr. Ford? Evening all, he says, a flying visit to your live as checking through clips from a great walk today. Glorious sunshine and blue skies. Not a... Well, there's lucky then. As it was knackered but happy, yeah. We're the same as us, Dave. We're all knackered. But so for some strange reason, when we're walking through some of the mud today, Steve and Cynthia thought it was a good idea to follow me. No. Texans were chewy chocolate bars. Oh, I don't remember Texans. These were like banana flavour with toffee. Were they called? No, not banana splits, were they? I don't know. Just ignore me. Andrew said Mr. Ford had some great pictures. Yeah, I saw them. They're very good. I did give them a thumbs up. Especially a carrot. Yeah. Ian, do you keep pigs? Oh, Kai can only go in a certain parts of the farm. Ah, yes. I forgot about that. Yes, yeah, only certain parts of it. Ian says it was an expensive park. Yeah, it was. It's not cheap. Will you go to the farm? Well, the original plan was for the walk to take in the farm, the Sky Park Farm. But to be honest, then I don't think we're going to be able to, because that is at the furthest point, really, on that walk that we did today. But we're going to look into it. But I don't think we'll be able to do that. I just think it's too far out. My gut feeling is we do the nature reserve bit, and then we find a way that we can cut across and then take in the Petersfield Heath and the lake. The Petersfield Heath is 21 tumuli. That's the most in one area, even across Europe. So Cynthia's saying that's right, but we can bring a cuppa down to the trail for you if we absolutely, of course we do. Yeah, there's not a problem. Yeah, we will work our way around it. But as I say, it was a struggle for us today to do that walk, and as I said earlier on, there would be some that really couldn't do it at all. Even on the nature trail bit, which would be lovely, lovely walk in May. Hopefully it'll be dry then, because there was a lot of mud even along that track, and some of it was difficult to get past. You know, we're having to sort of tiptoe past some trees and hang on to the tree to get past it. But I'm sure we can sort something out. We have booked our accommodation for the New Forest Walk. Excellent, well done, Lynn. It'll be a one-way, no, what's it called? An away day there and back for me. Last week's walk, done last week's walk. Oh, crikey. What else have we got here? Oh, yeah, I know, and I know what people are going to say. You do the videos for yourself. Yes, you do. And I do. And I love doing it. But yet YouTube set you these targets. And I know I've had this discussion with Mark and Andrew Norris. And I shouldn't worry about it. Well, I do and I don't. It's frustrating for me. My videos are, certainly the views are dropping off. Comments are dropping off. I think the part 2 of Winchester Cathedral only had 70 odd views, which was disappointing for me. But yeah, it is frustrating. It is frustrating, I find. But the other thing I can't work out is I was looking back through my videos the other day, and you see the algorithms and stuff like that, and people that's liked it, you get 100%, blah, 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 blah. There's several, one after another. You've got 1 thumbs down. And I thought, why? If you're going to give it a thumbs down, be man enough to put a comment on there to let people know why you didn't like it, because it would help you to then perhaps improve on your videos. And I think same person every time. Same person every time. So again, that was a bit frustrating for me to see that. So yeah, so that bit. That's all I've got on my list. And you're all saying, "Oh, thank God for that." Let me catch up. I've done that. Ian said it was so muddy on the. It was, wasn't it? It really was. Yeah. And I stayed away from the riverbank after getting told off a couple of times. Lynn says, I watched it. Such a lovely cathedral. Oh, it's a lovely place. And I want to go back again. Andrew said, I saw a comment on that video. Which is a video. Yes, I know you did, mate. Thank you very much. Ignore the thumbs down. I know it's just a pain, though, Lynn. And you think, what have I done wrong? You know. Anyway, Michael said, I thought the Winchester Cathedral video was excellent. Thank you, Michael. People are cowards, Kevin. Maybe it is just done out of spite. Quite possibly. Dean said, I watched both parts in Winchester. I was hoping to see some of the grounds, but you only have so much time. Was cool to see. Thank you, Dean. Much appreciated. And if you're Winchester, and we are going to go back to Winchester actually, but we want to go round. I can't remember. There's another part that Ian told us about. Oh gosh, what was it? But anyway, Winchester itself is a very old city. Exactly what I was just about. Lynn, you're reading my mind. I was just about to say some historic parts. Hey, Paul. Hello, my friend. Now then, they up, me duck. They up. We've got someone from up there in Midlands. Hey up. Now, for anybody that hasn't watched anything of Sog, Adventures with Sog, please take a look. He's a great fella, and he loves to explore these old places, you know. But he also does some really lovely little shorts as well. So just give Paul a look, please. I'd be appreciated. Lynn saying, like York, we are going in. York's lovely, Lynn. I've been there a couple of times. It's a lovely, lovely place. Ian said the tickets to the cathedral will run out on the 16th. The mill, that's it, Ian, thank you. Lynn saying can't wait for that. Andrew Murphy saying St Giles Hill or St Catherine's Hill, Winchester. Yeah, we've done St Catherine's Hill. Oh, Winchester Hill. I went up Winchester Hill with some other individual that does videos. You're welcome, Paul. As I say, if anybody hasn't subscribed to Paul, just give him a look on Instagram as well. That'd be great. Thank you. Never been. Can he wait? Lynn said, we're only going to be there for one day on our way. Oh, okay. Yeah, Lynn, it's worth a visit on its own. It's really, really lovely. Tracy's saying, oh, how wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. Bonnie in Brighton. Good evening, Bonnie. How are you? Bonnie, very sorry we didn't see you last Sunday, but we understand the reasons why. But you know, it's yeah, difficult times for you, I understand. Andrew's saying, a moment, Murphy, yes, there was a Ms. Mays carved in the turf by St Catherine's Hill. Bonnie says she's recovering, thank you. Hi, Bonnie. Yeah. That's the one, Andrew. I saw that whilst driving up the M3 motorway yesterday to Hannington. Basingstoke. Oh, she's home now. Good. My own bed, she's saying. Yeah. Michael said, let's have a DNA test and we could discuss the results. Okay. Lara, hi. Lara, I saw your post earlier on. Fingers crossed for you. Very, very kind of you to join. And in your Facebook post, when you said that you've got a, how can I put this politely? You've got to, things have got to be cleared out. I know exactly what that's like. I absolutely know what that's like. How's Ricky? How's Ricky? Mr. Cross has arrived. What's the time? Yeah, look at that. York is okay, very expensive and touristy. I have a girlfriend in Morton. I had a girlfriend in Morton nearby, but she did plenty of exploring in the north. Oh yeah. Let me tell you. Clive just put something up on the group and wiped out the blue messages. I've got familiar with it. Yeah, I'll tell you, Lara, I'll tell you what I did. I put a chair outside the bathroom door, and that's where I sat. If anybody else has experienced what Lara and I have experienced, dear. You have to bear with me. I've got to take this jumper off. I'm cooking. Oh, and it's going to mess up my wonderful hairstyle. Hang on. Let me put that down there. Whew. It's all the sun I caught today. Oh. Phew, that's better. Yeah, as I say. Did I see you say Ricky as well? Thanks, Ross. Oh no, you're well. Yeah, you're always in our thoughts when these things are going on, Lara. So yeah, fingers crossed for you. I hope everything works out. What are you saying? Am I the furthest south? Is Rob the furthest north? Probably, yes. Yeah, Rob's definitely the furthest north. Who is further east-west? Well, Dave Ford would have been the furthest west when he popped in just now. Rob will be the furthest north, without a doubt. East, I think it's you, Lynn. Oh, hang on, there's going to be a fight. No, I am further south than you, Bonnie. Are you? Are you further down? We're in Upfield. Rob's saying Kevin's got the immersion on. No, I haven't. I think it's, look at my hair. It's all, oh no. Oh, bugger it, it'll have to stay. Steve's saying, ask Gene who is the furthest east or west. Yeah, when we're on a walk, Jean doesn't know we've got to turn right, turn left. It's either east or west. Well, Andrew Norris is definitely the furthest away in that Croatia. So yeah. Tracy's saying we are 3 miles from the south coast. Yes. Bonnie's saying we will have to have measure the steps. Yeah. Ronald Lane in Bognor may be the furthest south when you account for lines or latitude. That's getting too complicated. Rob's saying Andrew isn't on planet Earth. What's my friend Paul saying now? I missed one of his comments just a minute ago. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. I'm convinced I've got Yorkshire blood in me. Don't know where from, but I definitely believe I'm Yorkshire too. Blood in me. Yeah, well, my ancestry, my DNA test puts me firmly set in the Midlands, certainly down south. I think Scotland is in there as well. Some strange reason, Iberia, and a couple of other places over that way. But yeah, Michael said I've got penguins in the fridge. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Michael. Paul is saying your walks, are they with a rambling group, Kevin? Yes, it's called the Kevin's Rambles group. But not an official Ramblers group. No, not official. And for those that don't know, the Rambles bit wasn't about walking at all. It was just done as a joke. I just said to Cynthia one day, Cynthia said, you need a name. So we were just joking. And I said, Kevin's Rambles. And Cynthia said, that's a great name. She said, because that's all you do. You keep rambling. So so there's a little bit of misunderstanding that way. So Bonnie's saying, ooh, it's getting technical now. Oh, Lynn, look, Lynn's being very efficient. I've just Googled it, Bonnie and Brighton. One of us is 1.6 miles and the other one is 1.7. We'll call it a draw. Andrew Norris saying, yes, they are kind of rambles, walks, but Kevin doesn't like undulations. No, definitely not. No. And Paul, let me just explain. We never ever get lost on a walk. We just take the wrong turning. But today there was 5 of us, and because normally Cynthia, Steve, and I, we go out and we do a walk on a Friday, and we call ourselves the 3 ponchos because we've all got a poncho, exactly the same ones. But we didn't do one Friday. We go out today. But as per usual, it was just fun. We were laughing. We're having great fun. And just let me say now, I have never, ever seen even this person beats Gene for looking at maps. Ian, every time we stopped, he got his phone out to have a look at what the map, he goes, now if we go up there and we turn left there, and then we find that black line, he kept referring to this black line. And none of us knew what this black line was. But he said, but also what we could do, if we go up there and turn left, we could go right the way up there and then come down here. And if we go back up that way, we'll find ourselves back at the heath. Well, 4 hours later, we were back on the heath. It was ridiculous. They fall off of stiles near Brighton. Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, Angela wouldn't have liked that second part of that walk today. And 7 miles, he said, Steve, absolutely right. Yeah. Let's have a look. I missed some. What's her face with the writer woman lives on the Isle of Wight? Hey? Elizabeth Helsden, she doesn't live on the Isle of Wight. She lives in Liss, near Ian. She goes to the Isle of Wight quite regularly, but she's probably got a house over there, but she doesn't live on the Isle of Wight. Did you say you have a boxer in your family? No. Where did you get that from? Does it depend on the tide? Is it out? Probably. Croatia is a wonderful country. I've been there, Andrew Nice. That's lovely. They fall off. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry, folks. Paul saying, went on another lovely walk, solo walk today in the gorgeous sunshine along the River Trent. That was very. Oh, yeah. You know, that's something I need to try and sort out. Paul, just to let you know, when I said to you about meeting up last year, I did come up, but I was very restricted to time. I was only up there for a couple of 3 days, so I couldn't fit in meeting up with you, my friend. I'm sorry about that, but I really would want to meet up with you and do a walk, a canal walk or something at some point in the future. Andrew Murphy saying, the Isle of Wight is to the south of Fareham, which I can see from the chamber. From the chamber. Are we being posh now? Ian said it was the track to go on. Yeah, which one? You mentioned so many, Ian. I don't understand OS maps, even though I was in the Girl Guides. I was going by my OS map today, and I did forget to start it off to record the route. But for some strange reason, it said that I had done a mile more than Cynthia. That's because I was walking around the bloody great puddles and everything. Yeah, I do that as well, Andrew. Yeah, subscribe to OS Maps. Rob's saying you can see the Isle of Wight from your bog. Ian said, I didn't get lost finding the car park. Now, the only reason why we had to do it all the way round was because Cynthia and I were talking. I knew the road I was supposed to have gone down to get to the car park, but because we were talking so much, I just went straight past it. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So there. Oh, dear. Why can I see Paul's message? Why can't you see Paul's messages? I don't know, Bonnie. You would be looking for Adventures of Sogs as well. That's who Paul is. I have also signed up for the discount card that Hover Travel offers. You won't be able to use a hovercraft on walks. Well, you probably could. For carriage to the Isle of Wight this week. Oh, okay. The legendary Jeremy Holmes. What's there? He's like Ernie Sammet. He exists in his own reality. No finer view than that of Isle of Wight. Yeah. The chamber means the council offices. I do get that. It's all right. I do know what you're on about. Ian said, I knew where I was going. Well, you might have done, but we didn't. But it even got more confusing when Jeremy and you were talking. He got his OS map out. You had your phone out. Cynthia has hers out, and she's going, well, that's where the heath is up there, and we're going in the wrong direction. I'm thinking, oh, my God. Me and Steve, to be honest, we and Steve were walking along saying, am I bothered? Am I bothered? We're not going to be on this walk. So you can all do what you like and get as wet and muddy as you like, because we're not. We're going to be lovely and, well, I'm not going to say dry. Ian saying, Paul is saying, it's fine, Kevin. I have some personal stuff occupying me, so wasn't out much. Anyway, there will be plenty more times to meet up. Yeah, look forward to it, Paul. Really do, my friend. Ian said a hovercraft would be for the mud. Oh, we would have needed that today, wouldn't we? But how would we have got it over the stiles? I'm seriously, Angela would have struggled with some of them stiles. Even we did. Stepping up or stepping down was so high or low. Paul's saying that Bonnie can see. Paul can see Bonnie's comments. So that's strange. That is strange. So, Bonnie, yeah, you're supposed to be looking for adventures with Sog. Lynn said it will be sunny and dry in May. Well, when Steve and I went to the Cotswolds a couple of years ago, how can I put this in a nice way? It persistently rained all the time we were there, especially when Paul and Kim took us to the big church. Oh dear! I'd like to know where all my socks have gone. I've been away from home for 3 months. Michael saying, never cast a clout until May is out. No, okay, I'm going to try and remember that one. Maybe Ian will have to lift Kai over those stalls. Absolutely, you'd have to, because there was very few. Oh no, there was a few where Kai could have gone underneath the wires at the side, but there was quite a few that said it had electric fences round there. But Ian was going along, no electric. There's some of the fences that are just laying on the ground, not attached to anything. The posts are falling over, so I'm not even sure any of them were live at all. Don't worry, Lynn. Ian will make sure you are safe. He has to, because Steve and I aren't there. Yeah, Lynn, there was loads of them that weren't connected because Ian could grab hold of them. So yeah, I shouldn't worry. Shouldn't worry at all. And we never saw any sheep or anything. So yeah. Ah, very good. Michael's saying, wise lady, your mum, Lynn. Lynn must take after her mother because Lynn is also very wise. It's true because Rich told me. Oh dear. Ian saying, I know an electric fence, and these were not. Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right, Ian. It was just put the suggestion into your mind that these might be electric, but they certainly weren't. So Bonnie can now see. Can you see his comments, Bonnie? Oh look, the thumbs up, tongues out, everything. Anyway, what's the next walk, Cynthia? Steve, what's the next walk? I can't remember. How can we be in March already? Oh my gosh. Yes, I've just remembered. My grandson is 13 this next Saturday. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I really can't. Oh yes, Crawley. Looking forward to that. Tilgate Park. Yes, a teenager, Lynn. He had a fantastic welcome to the world because 13 years ago this week was the first time I had an accident at work. And if anybody's seen the photographs in the past where I face planted into a brick wall, I turned because I had to be taken to the hospital. The nurse or the sister said to me, "Have you got a son?" I said, "Yes." Can we give him a ring? I said, "No." They said, "Why?" I said, "Because he's in London at the final of the Battle of the Bands competition, and I said he'll want to come home, and I don't want him to miss the final." So she said, "Have you got a daughter?" I said, "Yes." "Can we give her a ring?" I said, "No." "Why?" I said, "Because if she sees me like this, she's 1 week away from having a baby." I said, "I don't want to frighten her." And so my first sight of my grandson, my daughter burst into tears when she saw me because she had a back. She was standing by a window, and I walked in. My son drove us to Royal Surrey Hospital to meet my grandson and James's nephew for the first time, and so I walked in. My daughter turned around and she just said, "Pops," and just burst into tears because I had 2 black eyes. I had bruising all down here. My nose was all smashed up. Um, and so I was in a hell of a state. I can remember seeing my ex-son-in-law's face as I walked in. He was holding Jack, and as I walked into the ward, it was this. It was like this. He went and didn't say a word. But so that was my introduction to my grandson 13 years ago. So, and he's never forgiven me for it. I think. Bonnie said, I left home 19th of November, came home last night. Feels weird. That's yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Catch it. That's a long time. It's a long time to be away from home. Lovely memories, yeah, lots of memories. Lynn saying, is he your first? He's my one and only grandchild, Lynn. I would have loved to have had more grandchildren, but my daughter, bless her, when after Jack, she had terrible, what they call it, is it postnatal depression? And it went on for a long, long time, and we were all really, really worried about her. She was really struggling, and I didn't realise how common this these thoughts she was having. I didn't realise how common it was, and to be honest, it was bloody scary. We were having to keep an eye on my daughter because of Jack, but also we're having to keep an eye on my daughter because of the problems she was going through. It was horrific, absolutely horrific. One said, I hope you'll find it fit soon, buddy. Yes, I'm sure she would be. Live every day as if it's your last. That's the only thing we can do, Bonnie. Absolutely. Lynn saying, same for me, Kevin. I have only one. He's very precious, as he was alive. Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's amazing. Bonnie's saying, Michael, I'm okay, but a family member passed away, so I had to cut my trip down under short and diverted to Jersey. Yeah, very sorry to hear that, Bonnie. As I said earlier, we were aware of your situation, but yeah, our thoughts go out to you and your family. Absolutely, that's a hard thing for anyone, any new mum. Oh, absolutely, Ian. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ian, you know my daughter. You've met her, and Steve knows her. Cynthia knows her. So yeah, but yeah, she went through. Well, particularly Steve and Cynthia. You know, they were aware of the situation my daughter was going through, and it was very, very frightening for our family. Bonnie's saying, and travel insurance doesn't pay out as it was only. Oh yeah, only your aunt. Yeah, yeah. I'm a random Scottish person. If you want Mr. Croser to come in with a random comment, you can rely on him, can't you? Andrew Norris said, I'm very sorry to hear that, Bonnie. I had a feeling that something was happening with your family, but didn't know what. Thinking of you. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone who has kids is blessed. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Lynn saying, thank you, Tracy. They were married for 10 years before they arrived. Yeah. Yes, Lynn, she was my second mum for 24. Oh, Lynn, Bonnie, that's, yeah, that is even more tough for you. More tough. More tough? I don't know. I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. I'm sure it's this wine's a bit weird. I'm actually beginning to wish I hadn't opened it. It's just, yeah, it's. I haven't drunk much really over the last few weeks. I did have a drink last Sunday, I think it was, after the walk with Cynthia and Jean and I went out to the Devil's Dyke. Cynthia and I bought a bottle of wine, but because I was driving, Cynthia stole the rest. I mean, Cynthia took the rest home. And to be honest, I haven't really missed a drink at all. I will never be teetotal, but you know, I really haven't missed it that much. Mind you, does that wine got money? Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, yeah. um, Somebody said, what's it? I saw Bonnie just say, "Our sons of years." Oh, okay. Oh, that is sad. So we don't have any grandchildren, which is sad, but they're absolutely Bonnie. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so yes, so I've not missed the alcohol at all. Um, I would never be teetotal. I enjoy an odd glass of wine or a beer or something like that. But yeah, I haven't really missed it. I am touch wood. He says 3 days now. I haven't had any giddy turns at all. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Oh God. Um, and the walk today, I didn't get affected by. Well, I was affected by Ian, um, as Ian affects everybody. But yeah, so yeah, but the giddy spells, I think, have done one, as they say. Which I'm, as I say, I'd had it for over 5 weeks, I think it was, um, and I don't want that to happen again. You know, as people might know, I've had it before, about 4 or 5 years ago. Uh, um, but yeah, 5 weeks of it. First 2 weeks was the worst. I didn't drive, wasn't allowed to drive. Um, so yeah, it wasn't nice at all. Rob says, I'm a borderer. Yes, I'm blessed and cursed with children. Yeah. I must admit, yeah, with, I was out with my son yesterday, and I'm not going to say anything about what we were doing because Mr. Norris will just say that's a waste of time. um, but as you all know, I've had, you know, not I haven't had issues with my son. You know that my son was unwell. Blimey, a year ago, the 1st of December, 2023. But he's come through that with flying colours. He's doing really, really well again. Back working full time, as strong as an ox again. Um, Too handsome for his own good. And again, he gets that from me. But with my daughter, we had a bit of an issue for a few years when she was 18. All daddy's fault, of course. But we are so close now. I go round to see her, and you know, within 5 minutes we're laughing. Sometimes absolutely hysterically. It's it's a bit of a tonic for both of us because when I'm out with Ian, Steve and Cynthia, they're all right, but Ian, he just brings you down all the time. So, Clive Waterfall, borderer or border? I think Clive probably a bit of both. Yeah. Ian did threaten us. I mean, Ian did promise us today that he was going to come out on another walk with us, but Cynthia, Steve, and I are not going to tell him when it is or where it is. Oh no, we could tell him where it is, but go somewhere else. Oh dear. Well, I am going to get through tonight for an hour. I must admit, by coming on here with you guys, it is it's just lovely. We can just have a laugh. You can all have a chat. We do the bits and pieces we need to do. It's just really, really nice. Steve's saying, poor Ian. Steve, what did I say to you before we finished today? I said, I want to give Ian some stick tonight. Oh, look, someone's feeling sorry for Ian. Don't do that. Don't feel sorry for him. He gives more than he gets back, I can promise you. I know where your allotment is. Oh dear. Yes, the mighty Jim, Rob, the mighty Jim. Clive saying Kevin's live chat's response to other chats. Clive, I do my best. I'm B. Michael, get the walking group playing polo, Kevin. We could have played water polo today, I can tell you, Michael. It wouldn't have been a problem. Oh, dear. All we needed was that. Do they wear those caps or something, whatever it is? Yeah, polo. Yeah. A bicycle, they do bicycle polo. Well, I'm at the Mecca. Is that called it a Mecca of polo in this country, Michael, in Midhurst at Cowdray Park. Oh, sorry, let me say at Cowdray Park, where they play the Gold Cup every June and July, and it's the biggest cup for polo teams to play for. So yes, Lynn said, I love Cowdray Park. Lynn, have you been to Queen Elizabeth? Oh, hang on a minute, put me teeth in. Queen Elizabeth I oak tree at Cowdray Park. Bonnie's saying, hopefully I can get walking this week if I can find my socks. Bonnie, I should introduce you to my cousin Rodney. He has got so many pairs of socks, it's ridiculous. It's just crazy. No, I haven't been to that. Lynn, we'll have to arrange a meet-up. And Cynthia and I and Steve, we can take you for a little bit of a walk round. Kai should be all right, unless there's any cattle in the field. But Kai should be all right to be let loose. Hang on, let me just try and catch up. Long horse faces. Yeah. God help him with this. Michael's saying, get that one. I've done that bit. Oh, God, I'm reading myself to her. Lynn B saying, where's some of Dave's... Well, Bonnie did wear Dave's walking boots at the first Duncton walk, if I remember correctly. Michael said, that's why I mentioned it. I believe you are the... Well, I'm about an honoured member, Michael. You know, I'm there or thereabouts. Going back in the day, I know Rob put a comment on about how flexible I am. Well, when I was in my teens, I used to go to polo because the polo grooms in those days were rather attractive females. I hasten to add very quickly, but there are not many female grooms anymore. Most of them, I think, are Argentinians nowadays. But you can't, Michael, you can't even walk into polo now. You have to pay £10 just to walk in, even if you live in Midhurst. So a lot of people don't go there for that reason. Hey, I'm not missing. Someone's going. Time for bed, Kevin. Thanks for the show. Nighty night. Night, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah, Andrew, appreciate your time joining us as well. Lynn, I'd accidentally worn. Yeah, I remember you putting those on, Bonnie. I'm amazed you managed to walk around it. Oh, Bonnie, yeah, Lynn says she remembers it. I would like that lumberjack. Oh, you can't mention that lumberjack. Steve and I were singing that I'm a Lumberjack song to Ian today. I don't think he was very amused. Oh, dear. Tracy said, lovely broadcast, Kevin. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Good night, Tracy. Thank you very much. What's the time, anyway? Oh, it's an hour and 5 minutes. I don't get paid for this, you know. Oh, dear. Let me just catch up on some of these comments, and then perhaps I'll leave leave Ian alone for a little while. Jealousy. Yeah, quite right. Rob said, and boots that fit Bonbon. Oh, dear. Let's make a date for that. What are we making a date for? Cowdray Park? Cynthia's saying, yes, I'll talk to Kevin and Steve about it. There we go. I think I'm off now too. Thanks, Kevin and everybody. It's been great. Take care, buddy. Yeah, so listen, everybody. I said I was only going to do half an hour tonight or so, but Lynn persuaded me to do an hour. And I had to agree to what Lynn said. So listen, everybody. Thank you very, very much indeed for joining me tonight. Apart from the wine, I've enjoyed it. So I will be saying good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you very much, Steve. Thanks very much, Cynthia, for today. And who else was there? Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you very much. I suppose I better say it. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, thanks for not falling asleep. I'll tell you what, Clive, it won't be long after I get off of here. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you in 1 month's time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now, how do I end that now then? Oh, yeah, there.